Today I want to talk to you a little bit about why I quit Beachbody coaching. Let's get into it, you guys. So this video is going to be about why I decided to quit Beachbody, the truth behind Beachbody, and pretty much of why I quit Beachbody.
Doing what they do best, and that is spewing all kinds of pseudoscientific nutritional nonsense, pushing their products as a holy grail of quick fix to all of your problems, all the while reducing the credibility of actual health and fitness professionals.
Hey y'all! So back in the day, I don't know about you, but I remember seeing no less than 1 million P90X commercials. There were so many commercials. It even influenced my dad, and we had a CD box set of P90X in our house, and he worked out with P90X. And to be honest, I never really saw him use it, but like it was there, so someone was using P90X. But the point being is that P90X was a real facet of my childhood, and I remember thinking about it and thinking, oh, it must be a great workout. Like, those people doing the P90X were sweating. It was like CrossFit before CrossFit existed. And so recently I like trying things out, and I was like, I wonder what happened to P90X. And so I did a little Googling and I saw Beachbody pop up. Now, I think I had heard about Beachbody before, and I think maybe from podcasts or things before. I've heard of Beachbody, and I think they might have had commercials as well, but I was unsure what Beachbody actually was. And so I decided to do a little bit more investigating into what Beachbody actually was. And as I investigated Beachbody as a company, and specifically all the facets of Beachbody, oh boy, is there a lot there. There's a lot to unpack. So sit back and relax as we do a deep dive into Beachbody as a company and look behind the curtain of this supposed fitness corporation. To begin, let's take a closer look at Beachbody and what it actually is. Specifically, let's focus on Beachbody On Demand. So, Beachbody On Demand is an app and an online streaming service that allows you to stream results proven programs such as P90X, 21-day fix, 80-day obsession, 9-week control freak, a bunch of different fitness programming on their website. On their website, they also have a lot of products such as Shakeology, which is a line of protein shakes and different types of supplements in a shaker bottle that is really popular on their website, and we'll get back in it. So put a pin on Shakeology and all of the products on their website. But according to them, all you have to do to access all of their programming, specifically their fitness programming, is to become a member and then download the Beachbody app. Additionally, members of Beachbody and Beachbody On Demand will also get additional program material, nutritional guidance, and community support with each fitness and workout program. And you can download the Beachbody app through any streaming device or streaming service. And then according to them, once you've downloaded the Beachbody app, bam, within a few months, you'll have a Beachbody. Well, let's put an asterisk beside it because obviously you can't guarantee someone a Beachbody, but you'll have the tools, they say, to achieve a Beachbody if that's something you're looking for. Taken at its word, this isn't a bad deal. I mean, for only a low subscription of $9.99, which low, like, that adds up after a while, but that is not as bad as some other fitness programming, and so that sounds like a pretty fair deal. So when I stumbled across it, I was like, what's the catch? What's going on? And so I was like, I was looking to see if there were some at-home workouts I could do on there, and so I had heard some things about it, but I just decided to scan the website a little bit more. And as I was scanning through the website, I stumbled across this thing called Team Beachbody, and I was like, what does that mean? In addition to all the Team Beachbody information, I was also seeing a lot of verbiage and language around coaching and coaches and Team Beachbody coaches. And so I was like, hold on, what's going on? And because I was looking at all of this information about Team Beachbody and coaching, I was like, this is really fascinating. What does this mean? And so I decided to take a deeper look into what Team Beachbody actually was. And here's where it all starts unraveling. So when I got to the Team Beachbody webpage, there was the information that I'd seen about the workouts and the workout programming and also the Beachbody app that I'd previously seen on the original home webpage. but they had a lot of nutritional information, including their shake and supplement page, which I mentioned as a Shakeology. And so I was interested. I was like, oh, shakes and supplements, okay. So they have a product that they're selling. But they also had apparel and equipment. So it seemed like a natural extension of the website, but just like in a different web page and web browser. So I was like, okay, I guess I wasn't worried at the beginning. But as I kept scrolling the Team Beachbody website, there was a tab at the top that said join us. Now, I was naturally curious about what this meant to join them, and so I decided to learn more. And under this tab, there was an option to become a customer and become a preferred customer and then become a Beachbody coach. Now, the first two, preferred customer and customer, didn't freak me out. That language is normal. It didn't freak me out. But the third one, becoming a coach, was kind of interesting to me, because when I was envisioning a coach and when I envisioned fitness trainers, I envisioned a person who has extensive training and certifications as a personal trainer or dietitian or nutritionist or something. But lo and behold, here was a button that I could press, and I didn't have any training, and I could become a Beachbody coach without any credentials. So I was interested and I pressed the button. Now don't worry, I did not become a Beachbody coach, so that's not where this goes. So when I pressed the button, I was taken to a page where I was given information about what it meant to become a Beachbody coach. Basically, according to this webpage, there were 3 main components or benefits of becoming a Beachbody coach. 1, I would be helping myself and others achieve a healthier lifestyle through the Beachbody program. 2, I would create relationships within the Beachbody community and learn with and from other Beachbody coaches. And then 3, I would be earning myself and other people money. And I don't know about any of y'all, but if you're even slightly well-versed in the MLM, direct marketing, network marketing sphere, those 3 things probably raise a bunch of alarm bells, and they kind of did for me, but I was like, okay, let me just give them the benefit of the doubt. So taking a closer look at the information about how to make money as a Beachbody coach, I was steered in the direction of this compensation plan. And lo and behold, I saw the infamous pyramid. And seeing this pyramid, combined with the language, combined with the ability to just become a Beachbody certified coach, I was like, uh-oh, I've stumbled into something much larger than just a normal business. So let's take a step back and talk about an MLM. So a multi-level marketing scheme, which also goes by the name direct marketing or network marketing, is a type of business that uses people as independent distributors to sell their products instead of retail locations or traditional brick and mortar stores. By having independent distributors who are otherwise known as boss babes, Huns by the anti-MLM community, within this MLM company specifically, these people at the top are able to not actually hire these people, and instead they're recruiting them. And they're saying, oh, well, you actually don't work for the company. You're technically an individual business owner or a small business who relies on recruiting others to sell the products and earn money. That might be confusing in words, and you might be like, but where does the pyramid come in? What are you talking about? So let's go to the wall. Hi, welcome. So, you didn't think that we're gonna do arts and crafts, but guess what? Arts and crafts. So as I mentioned in this pyramid-esque model, the individual boss babe is solely responsible for distributing the products. So the more products that the individual boss babe or the distributor, individual, whoever, hun, whatever you want to say, the more that they sell, then theoretically the more they earn. So that all sounds great. The more products you sell, the more money you make. That's like a normal business. What's so bad about that? But that's not the only way a boss babe can make their money. In fact, that's just the very small percentage of where their money comes from. But most likely the boss babe is making their money from recruitment rather than actual sales. So let's get into that. So let's say that there is the number one boss babe. So theoretically, in our scenario, this boss babe was hired pretty early on in the company. So boss babe number one will go at the top of the pyramid. We have boss babe number one sitting pretty at the top of the pyramid, all by their lonesome. But let's say that the company that Boss Babe works for, in this case Beachbody, says that, hey, if you recruit 5 of your besties into our program, then you'll make money not only off of what you sell, but you'll make money off of your besties' sales as well. Basically, the Boss Babe is like, yeah, I want more money and I want my friends to make more money. So they recruit 5 of their besties into this company so that they and their besties can earn more money, but specifically so they can take half of the profits or a portion of the profits that their besties sell. So the 5 mini besties and mini boss babes go beneath our first boss babe. So now we have our number 1 boss babe at the top and 5 of their besties. And so you can already start to see, even though it's not a perfect pyramid, you can already start to see how this establishes a downline. So in this scenario, Boss Babe 1 is directly benefiting from all 5 of these people, creating a downline. Now that the original OG Boss Babe has recruited their 5 minions or their 5 friends into this corporation, their 5 friends are like, wait a second, you know what would be great? I want to recruit my 5 friends so that I can also make profits off of my friends and loop them into something that I think is a great idea and a great business venture. And so each one of these mini boss babes gets another boss babe also. And so you now have 25 boss babes or huns or whomevers who are all giving to this one original OG boss babe hun. And so now we have these 2 words that are being introduced, which is a downline and an upline. So in terms of the downline, downlines are all of the people who are down from this original boss babe. So that means all 5 of these mini boss babes and all 25 of the people below them. And so you can start to see as it creates a pyramid, all of these people are giving to this one boss babe at the top. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem very fair. Every single person below them is contributing profits to them just by the pure virtue of them being the one that recruited someone that may have recruited them. And this is just like a basic model. And so upline means that everyone above you gets some sort of your profit margin. So whenever you sell something, whenever you sell the product or anything from the company, you are giving directly to the upline. So what have we learned? The OG gets the lion's share of the wealth behind the company from all of these people, and it beholdens the person to recruit. Recruitment is a huge deal. You can sell, but recruitment is where your money is at because you can get the profits of someone below you. Additionally, all of these people are giving to this person and so on and so forth. And if these 25 recruit another 5 each, you can see how that kind of adds up. And so we've also learned that there is a downline, which is all the people below the person at the top of this so-called pyramid. And then you have the upline, which is everybody above you. For instance, if you're number 6, you've got to give all your money. It's starting to not click. So at the end of the day, when you start looking at it, it's starting to look a little fishy. It's starting to look like maybe the small business that's providing you financial freedom may not actually be as financially freeing as you were once led to believe. So even though we've kind of established that these companies like Beachbody kind of resemble the shape of a pyramid, they technically can't be a pyramid scheme because it's illegal. So how do they get around this? So technically, they're not pyramid schemes because they follow the 70% rule. And the 70% rule means that 70% of all of the products that are bought in this company need to be bought by people who are not part of the company actively. So the 70% rule basically means that you can't just rely on recruitment because you have to sell products and real products to people who are outside of the company, i.e. not the distributors or the boss babes down at the bottom of the pyramid. However, this can be really difficult to enforce and sometimes it just slips through the cracks. So some common talking points from people who are within MLMs is that 1, Their company operates as a pyramid, which is not unlike many companies on Wall Street or other companies. Like, the hierarchical system exists in capitalist economies. Even though companies do operate with a hierarchical system, which is problematic in and of its own self, this is not the format of a company that relies on recruitment. Most traditional companies do not rely on the recruitment model and do not take profits from downlines. And recruitment isn't the thing that solely drives a company in the normal capitalist economy. Another thing about MLMs that we need to talk about is the financial aspects of it. First and foremost, a lot of MLMs rely on a very hefty startup fee, which a lot of people within MLMs are like, well, to start a small business, you need to put some capital in. Although that may be true for traditional small businesses, of course, you need some kind of cash flow to start it up, but there is a return on investment usually with small businesses, or you do a cost benefit analysis. With these MLMs, the numbers are staggering. It's actually quite frightening. So in terms of MLMs, you are not getting a sound investment if you're making these startup costs, and we'll go into it specifically for Beachbody, but these MLMs cost a lot to start up. Okay, so now that we've discussed the pyramid-esque shape of Beachbody and other companies, let's specifically dive into how Beachbody operates. So Beachbody operates in the traditional network marketing MLM sense, in that they get you to buy from the distributor rather than buying straight from the company. Usually they try to get you to buy from this person by being like, oh, don't you want to support a small business, so on and so forth. So that's how they get you. They try to say, don't you want to buy directly from this distributor instead of us? And by getting you to buy directly from distributors and such, that's how they get around the pyramid scheme laws and things like that, by doing the 70% rule like we talked about. So even though Beachbody has these products that they're trying to sell you through their distributors and such, they actually still make a majority in the lump sum of their money through recruitment and recruiting other people into the company to become coaches. And in fact, the whole model is that by selling you the products, they'll get you hooked, and then they'll start trying to get you to become a coach and to buy into the company, and that's how they recruit you. It's a slow but steady process of trying to integrate you into the company. And as of 2020, there were over 400,000 Beachbody coaches. And as the resources that I used for this video point out, these coaches, they're not certified. They're not personal trainers. They're not registered dietitians. They're just people who signed up and are able to label themselves Beachbody coaches. So another thing to be aware of. And specifically, I think it's very dangerous to label yourself as a coach or an expert in anything fitness or health related, because people are going to take you at your word and they're not going to think critically about the advice you're giving, which may or may not be the right advice. So they still use recruitment tactics. They falsely label themselves as coaches, which can be misleading. And then let's get into the actual finances of Beachbody. So in terms of money, let's say that you're intrigued. You think that this is a perfect company. You want to try the Shakeologies. You want to do all this stuff related to Beachbody. So all that sounds great to you and you're like, sign me up. I want to be a coach. To sign up for Beachbody, you need to pay a one-time fee to sign up, which is $39.95. Then after the first month though, after your initial sign-up fee, each month you will be charged $15.95 to remain with the company. And so those are the basic upfront costs. And you might still be thinking, well, that's actually not that bad. Depending on who you are and what your status is in life, you might be like, okay, I can afford this. But that's just like the baseline. So you have all these startup costs associated with just joining as a coach, but then you also have to buy products to sell products. So factor that all in. And this achievable dream of like owning your small business and becoming a coach that works for yourself is suddenly becoming a little bit different than what you imagined. And as I mentioned, the people in these companies say, well, like this is just normal, these startup costs of companies. To start a small business, you need some capital. But let's just think about that for a second. In terms of the small businesses like the MLM and Beachbody, according to all of the research online, there is a lower likelihood of you actually making your money back. And so your return on investment is very poor. Specifically, only 43.8% of all coaches received any compensation from Beachbody, meaning that about 56% of Beachbody coaches made no money in 2020. And that's the whole end of sentence. In 2020, over half of the Beachbody coaches made zero money. And in fact, they probably lost money because they're paying Beachbody and they're paying for all of these things that come with Beachbody, to go on trips, to have this lavish lifestyle that you're showing off to other people. That's money. And so you're not making anything back, you're giving a lot of money. And so you're not making any money, you're giving this money away, but you're still touting it like it's this big, amazing financial freeing option, which is just not true and is such an insidious thing to say. Is not financially stable and won't give you stability. And yeah, you might be able to work from home, but you might not make any money. Yes, there's the people at the top, like we said, the boss babe at the top is going to make some money, but you had to have gotten in really early. And most people at this point, it's too late. So in conclusion, do I think that Beachbody is an MLM? Is it an MLM? For legal reasons, I don't know. And I can't answer that question. Legally, I can't say one way or the other. That's for you to determine, and I hope that you do your research. And that's all I can really hope, is that if you're interested in Beachbody, that's fine. Maybe use some of their products. Heck, I might even try P90X. But at the end of the day, make your own decisions. Just do your own research. Please be smart about things. I don't want people to fall into a hole because they thought that they were getting their life on track, that they were going to lose weight, or they were going to join this fitness community. Please just be aware. But that is all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.